Okay, so now we're going to cross to my colleague Mzwandile Mbeje, who's standing by for us. He's been observing the state capture inquiry. Mzwandile, very interesting that the judge decided to suspend proceedings until Monday. Just tell us what's happened thus far. A few people appeared before him today.
Nombu, we were expecting the head of IP, Robert McBride, to take the stand now, just before the judge adjourned the proceedings. But what then transpired, Nombu, was that it appears in his testimony he will be implicating a number of people. Actually, they are saying as many as 30 people will be implicated. And he submitted, I think, his affidavit yesterday, or rather last night. So as a result, if you are implicated, you must be informed so that you can have a right of reply. So as a result, those people were not informed, and it will become an unfair process. We've already heard in the past those who were implicated by Akrizi felt that the process was not fair on them. I think it's on this basis that the evidence of Mr. McBride is being postponed to a date yet to be determined. But of course, they did confirm that he was going to come back here, and he's willing and ready to give his evidence. Nombo.
Mzwandile, we know that there was an architectural expert speaking around the Gupta home in Saxonwold and how that may or may not corroborate with the testimony of Vytjie Mentor. Were there any discrepancies?
Nombu, you know that we've taken, I think, the better part of the morning listening to the expert. Those were the people who went to the house of the Guptas to basically do a site visit and look at those features that Ms. Mentor had mentioned in her affidavit. I think some of those features really should be very, very easy to corroborate. And when the expert, Ms. Erna Vytjie, started her evidence, she basically said when they were waiting outside the house, remember in that area, I think there's a number of houses, it appeared that Ms. Mentor was not really sure which house she needed the team to go to. I think they looked at number 3, they looked at number 4, and then number 7, but she eventually settled for house number 5. And that's the house where they went in and did the site visit. So what Ms. Vytjie is basically saying, perhaps in a nutshell, is that just about every feature that had been mentioned by Ms. Mentor actually was not found there. If it was found, it did not really correlate to exactly what she was saying. Let's look at the issue of the steps. Ms. Mentor says when she went to the Gupta house, so there were about 4 to 5 steps which were a bit wide. But the experts say they all got about 10 steps. They are not that wide, they're quite small. And the pillars, she was speaking about the pillar that she said was inside the house, also they could not find. So in short, Nombu, the expert is basically saying the information that they were given, flowing from the evidence of Ms. Mentor about the features of the Gupta house was not there. Even when she herself testified a few days ago, so they also asked her about the number of houses that she claimed she had seen when she went in there. Remember, she says, when I went inside the Gupta compound, I saw about 4 or 5 houses. But when they went in there, it was only 1 house. So the experts basically are saying, so those things that she had spoken about were not found.
All right, Mzwandile, we're going to leave it there, and of course we'll continue to talk to you on this story as it progresses. My colleague Mzwandile Mbeje. And of course we've learned that 7 illegal miners have been found dead in the Gloria mine.